Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Muhi Khwaja. Today on 5 Fast Minutes with American Muslim Community Foundation, we have on Athar Siddiqee from the South Bay Islamic Association. He is the chairman of the board. Athar, tell everybody where you're located.
I'm located in Sunnyvale, California.
Wonderful. And if you had 2 minutes to tell people about SBIA, what would you like to tell them?
So, SBIA, the South Bay Islamic Association, established the first masjid in the South Bay area in 1980, and over the past 4 decades has provided some very much needed educational programs, spiritual services, and many other activities for the Bay Area Muslim community. One of the first Muslim organizations to understand the value of establishing alliances, SBA has invested a great deal of time and energy in building very solid relationships with our public officials, interfaith groups, and other entities whose association is mutually beneficial. Over the years, we have helped launch numerous other organizations and masajid in the South Bay area. And to this day, we are known as one of the hallmark communities in Northern California. Our iconic Eid prayer and celebration at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds has been a destination for Bay Area Muslims since the 1980s. Our annual Molid, a must-attend event for decades, and programs featuring top religious scholars, always among the most popular activities for the greater community. In a nutshell, one cannot report the history of Islam in Northern California without including SBIA.
That's beautiful. And I've seen the direct benefit of the community having lived here the last 7 years, and it's a beautiful place. So, if you had an opportunity to thank your donors, what would you tell them?
I would say please accept my sincere gratitude for your generosity and support of SBIA. Since our inception over 40 years ago, we've been providing much needed and sought after services and programs to our community. And your contribution toward our efforts enables us to ensure that SBIA will be able to continue this work for many generations to come. So may Allah bless you for your support.
I mean, now the partnership with AMCF and SBIA, what would you like to say about that?
Considering all that's going on right now, how great the need is, and what services AMCF, the American Muslim Community Fund, is providing, the most appropriate word that comes to mind regarding what they're doing is essential. Your donation toward helping nonprofit organizations during this pandemic is so very important right now. And the fund to which you have contributed will go a long way toward helping the most vulnerable individuals in our community.
Great. And if you had to select three of your favorite charities that you personally give to, we'll assume that SBIA is number one. But what are a few others that you'd like to shout out?
Yes, as you mentioned, as you already know, SBA is where I devote much of my time and energy, and clearly, I think highly of American Muslim Community Foundation as I'm speaking right now on their behalf. So those aside, my three
Thank you.
favorite charities are CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations. It's more important now than ever that we have an organization dedicated to educating, empowering, and speaking out for the rights of Muslims. Number two would be Rahima, whose mission is very much aligned with AMCF's current objective, which is to help those in need, something that they have done for nearly a quarter century and continue to do. And finally, NISA, the North American Islamic Shelter for the Abused, which is focused on eliminating the scourge of domestic violence and promoting harmony in the household. We must do what we can to avoid the breakdown of the family unit, which leads to many other issues and ills in both the community and society overall. So these are really three that are doing different work, but all very important and needed work.
Definitely. And if you had, like, we have 30 seconds left, so what's anything else that you'd like to share?
Well, AMCF is something that came out recently, and many organizations and individuals are seeing the benefit of AMCF. And there's, I guess, no better way of showing that it's an important organization than the fact that not only has my organization SBA chosen to work with them, but I personally have. and therefore, clearly, I'm a big supporter, and I want to encourage you all to support AMCF as well.
That's so meaningful. Thank you so much for your time, Athar. We're doing this series to help promote the donor ecosystem and the nonprofit ecosystem. All of those orgs and more are in our nonprofit directory. So thank you for representing SBIA today.
You're very welcome, and keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.